Up next on Good Morning El Paso today, one person is dead after a shooting in central El Paso. We'll have the latest in a live report from our round-the-clock news team. Also, in light of the recent church explosions in Las Cruces, residents came out last night to take part in the national campaign aimed at making communities stronger and safer.
We are looking for Waller County and the individuals involved in this situation to take accountability. This family is frustrated. They're frustrated because we don't feel like that has happened.
New details in the case of Sandra Bland. Her family has officially filed a lawsuit against the arresting officer. And this morning we know who made the cut to be on stage for the first Republican presidential debate. It's your voice, your vote.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
Well, good morning, El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. Thanks so much for waking up early with us on this Wednesday morning. I'm Floren. We'll get to the round-the-clock news coverage out of central El Paso coming up in just a bit. But first, as promised, yesterday was sure a hot one. Meteorologist Crystal Cly is here with a look at our forecast for today. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. It was a toasty one yesterday in the afternoon. Temperatures did not actually make it in the triple digits. Models yesterday were going a little hotter than what we saw, but I think everyone was okay with that. It was still warm out there. Today, it does appear we will push over the 100-degree line. Right now, we're at 78 in El Paso. Do expect these upper 70s this morning to bounce on into the 80s pretty quickly here, and then 90s by your lunchtime. Relative humidity is at 58%. There is still some surface moisture available outside. Not enough to see any rain, though. 70 your temperature in Las Cruces, clear out there, and we are looking at calm winds currently. Around the map, clouds and radar shows us we've just got some clouds out to the west edge. Otherwise, plenty of sun as the sun rises this morning, and then this afternoon we are talking sunny, hot conditions. We will look at those triple-digit temps in just a few minutes.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Crystal. Developing right now out of central El Paso. El Paso police are on the scene of what they are calling a homicide. The investigation still happening right now, right near the intersection of Cassidy and Van Buren. That's all in central El Paso. It's also where we find Good Morning El Paso's Denise Olivas with the very latest on this developing story. Denise.
Good morning, Hillary. I just talked to a spokesman for the El Paso Police Department who tells me that a suspect has not been caught and that a search is underway. We're giving you a closer look of what the area looks like right now. It remains closed off here at Cassidy and Van Buren, and we also learned that investigators are still talking to witnesses right now. And this area is expected to be closed off for several hours and will impact those who use the Cassidy Gate to get onto Fort Bliss. This is a traffic alert for you for those who are headed to Fort Bliss. If you are heading south on US 54, the Cassidy exit is closed off right now. Now let's get to our video from our round-the-clock crew from earlier this morning. This is what we know so far. Police responded to the shots fired, and when they arrived, they found an unresponsive man. We've learned that man was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead, but he has not yet been identified by police. Officers have also closed off a large perimeter, and our photographer captured officers and investigators marking shell casings on the ground. And from what we saw, there were numerous shell casings that were scattered all across the ground. So back out here live in central El Paso, again, this area expected to be closed off for several hours. The El Paso Police Command Unit Center is here on the scene as well. Typically, that means it's going to be a long morning for investigators. And again, just reminding commute drivers that traffic alert for those heading onto Fort Bliss, US 54 South at Cassidy exit is closed off. It's still unclear when it will open again. As soon as we get any more information from police out here on the scene, of course, we'll pass it along here through Good Morning El Paso. For now, we're live in central El Paso. Denise Olivas, ABC7.
Thanks so much, Denise, for that live update. Our New Mexico mobile newsroom got a hold of video from the Mass at Holy Cross on Sunday. If you take a look, the explosion outside the church happened during the Eucharistic prayer. Police arrived and asked everyone to get out. The Bishop of the Las Cruces Diocese praised the efforts of first responders and even asked Las Crucens to pray for whoever is behind those attacks. Our New Mexico mobile newsroom is staying on top of this story. Evidence collected from the scene, by the way, is being reviewed right now by the FBI. And in light of Sunday's attack on those two Las Cruces churches, the National Night Out event last night was a chance for community members to actually meet their local law enforcement officials and to come together. Our New Mexico Mobile Newsroom saw residents are not fearful and they want to show their support for authorities. Kids got free fingerprints and ID cards. They also checked out how things work with the Las Cruces SWAT team and the bomb squad. Las Cruces resident Michelle Williams says she hopes that the event helps her grandkids to feel more safe.
We're out here and we get to see each other and know that not to be afraid, to be out in public like this. Even with the recent bombings, never know what's going to happen, but you can't be afraid to come out.
National Night Out is a nationwide event that promotes police-community partnership and crime awareness. The family of Sandra Bland filed a lawsuit against the trooper who arrested her. The family and their attorney said at a news conference that the reason for the lawsuit is that they have not received answers to questions they have asked about Bland's death. The attorney for the family wants Waller County and the individuals involved to be accountable. Sandra's mother spoke at the news conference and said that she is confident her daughter did not want to kill herself.
I am still confident in the fact that she knew enough about Jesus that she would not take herself out. Anything is possible. I wasn't there. But as a mother, my inner is telling me that she did not do that.
A personnel file on the trooper showed he did not have any long-standing problems on the job and was newly hired. He was called courteous on a job performance review, in fact. El Paso police are looking for a man who robbed and carjacked an elderly man in broad daylight. It happened just before 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon in an alley on the 400 block of Paso. Police say a Hispanic man between 19 and 23 pulled out a knife and robbed a 76-year-old man, taking his wallet. The robber then took off in the victim's minivan. Investigators were on the scene for hours. Our camera was rolling as investigators took fingerprints and searched the alleyway for any clues left behind. If you saw anything or know anything, you're asked to call police. And police also need your help finding this missing elderly woman. They say 84-year-old Mary Howard was last seen walking out of her foster home Tuesday morning. That was on the 1800 block of Dean Martin on the east side. Howard was wearing her glasses, a short-sleeve white shirt, and brown pants. Police say she suffers from dementia and may be in danger. If you've seen her or you know where she might be, you're asked to call 911. Well, this morning we finally know who's in and who's out. The stage is now set for the first Republican presidential debate with room for only 10 candidates. ABC's Bazi Kanani is in Washington now with the latest on campaign 2016.
This is the starting line, according to analysts, and these are the 10 Republican candidates who have reached it. With the highest poll numbers, Donald Trump will take center stage at the first GOP debate, Jeb Bush and Scott Walker beside him. For the 7 Republican candidates who didn't make the cut, the consolation prize is a separate forum 4 hours earlier, not likely to get much attention. While Donald Trump has claimed he will not practice for the debate, analysts believe the other candidates will be well prepared to take on Trump head-on, something they refused to do Monday night at a forum in New Hampshire that Trump skipped. And while Trump has refused to back away from any of his controversial remarks, Jeb Bush is yet again clarifying comments he claims were misspoken.
Although I'm not sure we need $500 million for women's health issues.
Bush said he was referring only to funding for Planned Parenthood, but only after Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton shot back on Twitter. You are absolutely, unequivocally wrong.
I'm reading it because I want to quote it exactly.
Taking his comment word for word to the campaign trail.
Now, he's got no problem giving billions of dollars away to super wealthy and powerful corporations, but I guess women's health just isn't a priority for him.
At Thursday's debate, the candidates will definitely take aim at Clinton, but analysts believe it will be more important how they go after Trump. They believe the exchanges with him will be important moments in the debate. Bazi Kanani, ABC News, Washington.
And at 6:09, here is a live look at traffic this morning. I-10 and Lee Trevino. Look how nice that looks if you're getting ready to hit the road this morning. I-10 and Yarborough is what you're looking at now. And we have much more to come right here on Good Morning El Paso's Wednesday edition, including yet another delay on the long-awaited San Jacinto Plaza. When the expected completion is now. We'll have the latest. Plus, it's been over a week that fire crew has been trying to contain the fires along the West Coast, and now a lot of crews are calling for mandatory evacuations. We'll have an update on that. And meteorologist Crystal Cly has that update on your forecast. Good morning.
And we are talking triple-digit days in the forecast. I've got a few interesting statistics on triple-digit days here in the borderland coming up after your break.
Thanks, Crystal. This is ABC 7, where news comes first.